Job chapter 4, verse 1. Job chapter 4, verse 1. Job, the fourth chapter and the first verse. Eliphaz speaks. Here we go. Eliphaz from T-Man answered, I must say something. Would it upset you if I speak? Job, you've taught many people. You encouraged those who were ready to quit. Your words helped those who were ready to fall. You gave strength to those who could not stand by themselves. But now trouble comes to you and you are discouraged. Trouble hits you and you are upset. You worship God. You trust him. You're a good man. So let that be your hope. Can you think of any innocent person who was ever destroyed? Do you know of any place where good people are punished? Yes, I've seen people whose lives were cut short, but they were evil troublemakers. They lost the breath God gave them. They were cut off from his breath of life. They were like roaring lions, like growling lions with broken teeth, like a lioness that cannot find prey. They died and their cubs starved to death. I happened to hear a message. My ears caught a whisper of it like a bad dream in the night. It ruined my sleep and frightened me, and I trembled to my bones, down to my bones. A spirit passed by my face. The hair on my body stood up. The spirit stood still, but I could not see what it was. A shape stood before my eyes, and there was silence. And I heard a quiet voice. A person cannot be more right than God. People cannot be more pure than their maker. Look, God cannot even trust his heavenly servants. He sees faults even in his angels. So surely people are worse. They live in houses of clay built on dust. They can be crushed as easily as a moth. From dawn to sunset, people are destroyed. They die, gone forever, and no one even notices. The ropes of their tents are pulled up and they die before gaining wisdom. Job chapter 5. Job, call out if you want and see if anyone answers. But to which of the angels will you turn? A fool's anger will kill him. His jealousy will destroy him. I saw a fool who thought he was safe, but suddenly he died. There was no one to help his children. No one defended them in court. Hungry people ate all his crops. Even the grain growing among the thorns, and greedy people took all he had. Bad times don't come up from the dirt. Trouble does not grow from the ground. But people are born to have trouble, as sure as the sparks rise from a fire. If I were you, I would turn to God and tell him about my problems. People cannot understand the wonderful things God does. His miracles are too many to count. He sends rain all over the earth and waters the field. He raises up the humble and makes sad people happy. He spoils the plans even of the smartest people so that they won't succeed. He catches those who think they're wise in their own clever traps and brings to an end their evil plans. Daylight will be like darkness for them. Even at noon, they'll have to feel their way as in the dark. God saves the poor from the hurtful words of the wicked. He saves them from those who are powerful. So the poor have hope. God shuts the mouth of those who could cause them harm. You're fortunate when God corrects you, so don't complain when the God all-powerful punishes you. God might injure you, but he will bandage those wounds. He might hurt you, but his hands will also heal. He'll save you again and again. No evil will harm you. God will save you from death. When there's famine, he'll protect you from the sword. When there's war, people might say bad things about you with their sharp tongues, but God will protect you. You won't be afraid when bad things happen. You'll laugh at destruction and famine. You'll not be afraid of wild animals. It's as if you have a peace treaty with the wild animals and the rocks in the field. You'll live in peace because your tent is safe. You'll count your property and find nothing missing. You'll have many children. There'll be as many as the blades of grass on the earth. You'll be like the wheat that grows until harvest time. Yes, you will live to a ripe old age. We've studied this and know it's true, so listen to us and learn for yourself. Job chapter 6. Job answers Eliphaz. And Job answered, I wish my suffering could be weighed and all my troubles to be put on scales. They would be heavier than all the sand of the sea. That's why my words are so crazy. God all-powerful has shot me with his arrows. My spirit feels their poison. God's terrible weapons are lined up against me. Even a wild donkey doesn't complain when it has grass to eat. A cow is quiet when it has food. Food without salt doesn't taste good. And the white of an egg has no taste. I refuse to touch that kind of food. It makes me sick. I wish I could have what I asked for. I wish God would give me what I want. I wish he would crush me. Just go ahead and kill me. Then I'd be comforted by this one thing, even though through all this pain, I never refused to obey the commands of the Holy One. With my strength, I have no hope to go on living. With nothing to look forward to, why should I be patient? I'm not strong like a rock. My body's not made from bronze. I don't have the power to help myself because all my hope of success has been taken away from me. Friends would be loyal to you in times of trouble, even if you turn away from God all-powerful, but I can't depend on you. My brothers, you're like a stream that has no water when the weather is dry, but it's flooded when the rains come. In the winter, it's choked with ice and melting snow, but when the weather is hot and dry, the water stops flowing and the streams disappear. It twists and turns along the way and then disappears into the desert. Traders from Tema search for it. Travelers from Sheba hope to find it. They're sure they can find water, but they'll be disappointed. Now you are like those streams. You see my troubles and are afraid. But have I ever asked you to help me? Did I ask you to offer a bribe for me from your wealth? No, I never said, save me from my enemies or save me from those who are cruel. So now teach me and I'll be quiet. Show me what I've done wrong. Honest words are powerful, but your arguments prove nothing. Do you plan to criticize me? Will you speak more tiring words? Are you the kind of people who would gamble for orphans and sell out your own friends? Now look me in the face and see that I'm telling you the truth. You need to start over and stop being so unfair. Think again, because I'm innocent. I'm not lying. I know right from wrong. Job chapter 7. People have a hard struggle on earth. Their life is like that of a hired worker. They're like a slave looking for cool shade, or a hired worker waiting for payday. Month after frustrating month has gone by. I've suffered night after night. When I lie down, I think, how long before it's time to get up? The night drags on. I toss and turn until the sun comes up. My skin is covered with worms and scabs. It's cracked and covered with sores. My days pass by faster than a weaver's shuttle, and my life will end without hope. God, remember my life like a breath. I'll not get a second chance to enjoy it. Those who see me now will never see me again. You watch me for a while, but then I'm gone. Just as clouds that come and go, people are put in the grave, never to rise again. They don't come back to their homes. The people there would not know them. So I will not be quiet. I will let my suffering speak. I'll let my bitter soul complain. Am I one of your enemies? Is that what you put a guard over me? Why you put a guard over me? My bed should bring me comfort. My couch should give me rest and relief. But when I lie down, you scare me with dreams. You frighten me with visions. So I'd rather be choked to death than to live like this. I hate my life. I give up. I don't want to live forever. Leave me alone. My life means nothing. God, why are people so important to you? Why do you even notice them? Why do you visit them every morning and test them at every moment? You never look away from me or leave me alone for a second. You're always watching us. If I sin, would that hurt you? Why have you made me your target? Have I become a problem for you? Why don't you just pardon me for doing wrong? Why don't you just forgive me for my sins? Soon I'll die and be in my grave. You'll search for me, but I'll be gone. Job chapter 8, Bildad speaks to Job. Then Bildad from Shua answered, how long will you talk like that? Your words are nothing but hot air. God is always fair. God all-powerful does what is right. If your children sinned against God, he punished them. Uh-oh. They paid for their sins. Ooh, you devil, you. But now look at God and pray to the all-powerful. If you're pure and good, he'll quickly come to help you. He'll give your family back to you. Then you have a lot more than you had in the beginning. Ask those who are old now. Find out what their ancestors learned. It seems as though you were born yesterday. We're too young to know anything. Our days on earth are very short, like a shadow. Maybe the old people can tell you something. Maybe they'll teach you what they learned. Can papyrus grow tall on a dry land? Can reeds grow without water? No, they'll dry up before harvest. They'll be too small to cut and use. People who forget God are like that. Those who oppose him have no hope. They put their trust in something weak. It's like a spider's web. When you lean against it, it breaks. When they reach out for it, it won't hold them up. Such people are like a vine that gets plenty of water and sunshine, and its branches spread throughout the garden. Its roots spread among the rocks, searching for good soil. But if you move it, it'll die, and no one can tell it was ever there. Everything might have been going well, but another vine will take its place. God does not support evil people. He does not abandon the innocent. So perhaps you might laugh again. Maybe shouts of joy will come from your lips. Maybe your enemies will be humiliated and the homes of the wicked destroyed. See, it would be best if they just be quiet. Job 9. Then Job answered, of course, I know that is true, but how can a human being win an argument with God? Anyone who chose to argue with him couldn't answer one question in 1,000. God is so wise and powerful that no one who could oppose him and survive. When God is angry, he moves mountains before they know what happened. He can shake the earth and it'll tremble to its foundations. With one command, he can stop the sun from shining. He can lock up the stars and keep them from shining. He alone makes the skies and he walks on the ocean waves. God made the Bear, the Orion, and Pleiades. He made the planets and that cross the southern sky. He does things too marvelous for people to understand. He does too many miracles to count. When he passes by, I can't see him. He goes right past me and I don't notice. If he takes something away, no one can stop him. No one can say to him, what are you doing? God will not hold back his anger. Even Rahab's helpers are afraid of him. So I cannot argue with God. I would not know what to say to him. I'm innocent, but I can't give him an answer. All I can do is beg my judge for mercy. Even if I called and he answered, I can't believe he would listen to me. He would just send storms to crush me. He would give me more wounds for no reason. He would not let me catch my breath again. He would just give me more trouble. I cannot defeat God. He's too powerful. I can't take him to the court of justice. Who could force him to come? I'm innocent, but anything I say makes me seem guilty. I'm innocent, but if I speak, my mouth proves me wrong. I'm innocent, but I don't know what to think. I hate my own life. So I say, does it make any difference? God destroys the innocent as the guilty. It is God who laughs when a disaster kills innocent people. Is it God who keeps the leaders from seeing when an evil person takes control? If not God, then who is it? My days are passing faster than a runner. They're flying by without any joy. They go by as quickly as papyrus boats, as fast as an eagle swooping down on its prey. I could say I won't complain. I'll forget my pain and put a smile on my face, but the suffering still frightens me. I know that God will not see me as innocent. I will be found guilty, so why should I even think about it? Even if I scrub my hands with soap and wash myself whiter than snow, God would still push me into the slime pit, and even my clothes would hate to touch me. God is not a human like me, so I can't argue with him. I can't take him to court. I wish there was someone who could listen to both sides, someone to judge both of us in a fair way. I wish someone could take away the threat of God's punishment. Then he would not frighten me anymore. Then I could say what I want without being afraid of him. But I cannot do that now. Well, this is the word of the Lord. Put those words in the comment section. This is the word of the Lord. Follow, like, share, and subscribe, and encourage others to read along with us as we go